Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am very excited because I am making a video that's one of my favorite kind of videos to make. It's kind of like a routine video, day in my life, kind of hybrid, and I'm going to be showing you everything that I do in a day when I'm at home. My laundry, my cooking, it was just a random day in my life, my cleaning, dyeing my roots, the food that we made for dinner. It's very exciting. So let's hop in. So we started our day off by going to the gym. I didn't actually get any footage of it, but I did get these dope clips from my story.
Lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy.
What can we do, Dan?
We can live in a world that we desire.
Two puppies working out at the gym. So then when I got home, I like to kind of start the top of my day by diffusing some oils. So I went through my oils rack, picked an oil, started diffusing it, grabbed a snack of bunny grams, and these things are really good, they're dangerous. And then I used my Matrix Color Sync dye to dye my roots. Now, this dye you actually can't get, so I won't be linking it down below because I have a few friends that are hairstylists, so they hook me up with professional dye. So yeah, I was just catching up on some videos while I mixed up my dye. And I've mentioned this before, I actually get gray hairs. I've been getting them since high school. So because I keep my hair so dark, I typically have to dye my roots every like 3 weeks, just because I like the gray to be covered. And if you're wondering what I put on my head beforehand, that was just coconut oil that I was smearing on my skin to keep the dye from like settling onto my skin and dyeing my forehead. When I forget, my forehead is just super dark for a few days. But when I use coconut oil, it really does a great job of keeping the dye from staining my skin. Now, once I do the first front part of my head, I actually honestly don't even do the back very often, like every couple months. But every couple months, it hits the point where I need to do the back. And so that is when I employ my favorite hairstylist, Dan the man. So Dan has been helping me dye my hair literally our entire marriage. He's been the best hairstylist ever for 10 years. Go Dan, look at him go, working his artistry, his mad skills. Ooh, Dan, yes. So once we got my whole head, I pulled it up into a bun and I decided to clean my house while I let the dye settle, or at least as much as I could. So I just kind of pulled everything off my counters, and then I used my Thieves cleaner, which I've talked about in like all of my cleaning videos lately. It's a completely non-toxic multi-surface cleaning spray. The base is essential oils. It smells amazing. Like I said, non-toxic. If your kid drank it, all they'd have to do was chug a bunch of water, not like call Poison Control Center. And it's concentrate, so one bottle lasts you like 50 bottles. So I love this stuff. I'm obsessed. So I cleaned off all of my counters, reorganized my little shelf thingy that I got from World Market, and then I decided to diffuse Citrus Fresh in my bathroom. Citrus Fresh is bae. Citrus Fresh is everything. There's Zoe agreeing. And then I moved my way into the bedroom where I opened up both of my windows, watered the plant on Dan's side of the bed, and then I made my bed. Then I went over to my other window, opened up those shades, opened up that window, and then I just watered my little snake plant. I think that's what it's called, right? A snake plant? A spider plant. That's right, it's a spider plant. So I watered my spider plant, pulled off any little brown bits, because that's something that I try to do when I water my plants, is any little dead brown bits, pull them off so that all the energy of the plant can go into growing new leaves. So then I finished making my bed, kind of just set everything up. Look how cute Zoe looks on the couch. Watered the plant that's above my fiddly fig couch area. And then I turned on the diffuser in my bedroom. This is like my favorite thing to do, to open up my windows and just get some oils diffusing. It makes the air feel so clean and fresh smelling. And in my bedroom, I diffused Stress Away, which I've mentioned Stress Away before. I think I've mentioned all of these oils before, but Stress Away kind of smells like a margarita. It's amazing. I love it. And then I made my way to my closet where I hung up put away all my clean clothes, and then sorted my dirty clothes so that I could do a bunch of loads of laundry today. Then I brought in my first dark load, threw that in the washer, and for my dark load, I'm using my Thieves laundry detergent. But side note, that's the other laundry detergent I use when I'm using. I just kind of alternate depending on how dirty I feel my clothes are. I'll use the Arm & Hammer stuff if I feel like the clothes are real dirty. So yeah, then I started my laundry. So yeah, at this point, my hair dye had been sitting for 45 minutes, so I decided that it was time to wash it off of my head. So I took my shower, washed my hair dye out, and then when I got out of the shower, I had already shaved, and I decided that this is the day I wanted to use my Venus IPL. I have been using this product on and off for like the last year and a half, and when I use it consistently, it's literally amazing. By the way, there's Zoe. I decided to give her a shower as well, so she dries in the sink. Now, if you don't know what the IPL is, it stands for Intense Pulsing Light, and it basically is like an at-home laser for your body hair. So when I use it consistently for a few weeks, my body hair slows down so much. It's literally incredible. So once I was finished with that, I got dressed, let my hair air dry. I actually pulled the top part into a bun while it dried, and I just went through and I watered my air plants and my snake plant. Zoe stood and stared out the window while I did all of my watering and cleaning. And at that point, it was actually time to switch the laundry over again. So at that point, it was actually time to switch the laundry over. So I went over, put the laundry in the dryer, started a white load using this OxyClean Whites sample that I had. And then I moved my way into my office. Now, my office becomes a disgusting mess every like couple of days because I receive so many packages that I have to slow down and sort through them. Now, once again, if you made it this far into this video, I am doing some random giveaways, mystery boxes. These Urban Decay products will be in one of the mystery boxes. These rose gold pink beets, which I honestly wanted to keep so bad, but I already have so many pairs of like headphones and earphones. I literally couldn't feel okay with myself and keep them. So one of you is going to be getting those headphones. And yeah, I just sorted through everything that needed to be sorted through in my office, and I created more mystery boxes. So many goodies are going out in these boxes. So I will have all of the info down below in my info box if you want to enter the giveaway. And honestly, as I was building these boxes, I was like, I'm so excited for whoever gets these. So much good stuff. So at that point, I went back to my laundry, switched it over again because that was my main goal today, was to get all of my laundry done. And I decided to throw this wool ball with lemongrass oil into my dryer to just leave a nice light scent and be static free. So started another load of laundry, and then I went downstairs to start making some food. So I decided to make some at-home popcorn. This is my favorite recipe. I made this in a video a while ago. And it's basically just popcorn kernels with a tablespoon or two of coconut oil. I actually like more coconut oil than less, like maybe 2 tablespoons. And once it popped, it doesn't take long, I took a bunch of nutritional yeast and spread that all over the popcorn. And then I took a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt and spread that over the popcorn. Oh my gosh, it is so good. It's crazy. So then I decided to make some artichokes as part of our dinner. I love artichokes so much. So I steamed them up for about 45 minutes, and Dan went downstairs and heated up our smoker, our grill. And so he turned that on. It was a beautiful day here in Nashville. And so the sunset was just amazing and warm and just incredible. So while the grill was heating up, Dan and I decided to clean the downstairs. So we pretty much always work as a team on this downstairs floor. I mean, we work as a team pretty much on everything, but when we're cleaning down here, he is the one that handles the dishes and the trash. And this package that I'm going through, this PR package I just got, he had opened for me to go through. And then I decided to diffuse a combo of these 3 oils. So fresh, so amazing smelling. And I just had the diffuser going while we continued to clean. Fun fact, that cutting board that Dan is emptying is too heavy for me to lift and empty. That's not fully true, but it's just really awkward and heavy and big, and I always dump things over on accident, so he always handles that. And yeah, then I took my Thieves cleaner and I went about the long process of scrubbing our island. That island hides gunk really well, unfortunately. So when you clean it, it's kind of like hard to tell what you're even cleaning. But I cleaned off the island, and then I cleaned off the counters and the rest of the kitchen as well. And I went about scrubbing the stovetop, which I've mentioned before is my least favorite task to do, but it's also the most satisfying because once it's done, it feels so clean. So then I cleaned off our wood table, which to those of you that don't know, I love to tell people this because it's so cool to me. Dan actually made this table, and he made the table in our living room. How freaking cool is that? Side note, Bowser actually just chewed up our living room table, so he's gonna have to DIY, make that fixed somehow. So once we were done cleaning, the artichokes were done steaming, and then I pulled them out, let them cool, and cut out the spiky inside heart section, a bobber. You get what I'm saying. And then I seasoned them. So the way that I season these artichokes are with tons of balsamic and pepper, a lot of pepper, and salt. And I like to let them sit for a few minutes before we throw them on the grill, just to kind of soak up all the juices. But once I'd done that, Dan transported the artichokes to the grill. We poured the extra juice on top of the artichokes and left them facing up so that all the juice wouldn't dump out. And then we let them sit in the smoker for how long, Dan? For about 20 minutes. My mouth is watering just looking at these. So good. And then for our dinner, I decided to reheat the pasta that we had had the night before for dinner. So fun little life hack, when you're reheating pasta, I think the way to make it taste the best is to add in more sauce as you're heating it on the pan. It keeps it nice and juicy and yummy. And then I threw in 2 big handfuls of spinach into the pasta as well, just to add in some more nutrients. And then I went and grated a little bit of cheese that we had left. And then I just kept chucking on the pasta, giving it a nice little stir, adding a little bit more sauce. Oh, and then I bagged up the leftover popcorn that I didn't eat. And then Dan set up our porch for dinner. So fun. So this is all of our dinner, and we're hanging out on the porch. It was so good. Drinking our LaCroix. Yes, Dan, yes, drink the LaCroix. And we just ate and hung out and chatted next to the fire while the sun went down. It was an amazing end to an amazing day, and that's it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you back here very, very soon. Okay, bye.